Hi, I'm Shane with Trailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at, and I'm going to walk you through the installation on the B&W Class V trailer hitch receiver on our 2018 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. This hitch is going to be great for hauling those heavier trailers. Again, it's going to be a Class V hitch, so it's going to have a higher tongue weight capacity and a higher trailer towing capacity. It's going to be great. Maybe you're a construction worker, you need to get maybe a skid loader to a job site, or maybe you're pulling a horse trailer. Again, this hitch is designed to handle all those heavier loads. A couple of things I want to point out that I really like about this hitch. One is going to be the finish. It's going to be a black powder coat finish, so it's going to resist any rust or corrosion. And it's going to have a gloss black finish, so it really fits well with the chrome bumper. Another thing is how it looks on the back of the vehicle. Cross tube is completely hidden up underneath the bumper, so the only thing we're really seeing is the receiver tube. And it's not going to stick out too far like some of the other ones do. It's nice and tucked in, up close to the bumper, maintains a nice clean look on the back of the vehicle when it's not being used. 2-inch by 2-inch receiver tube opening. We're going to have a reinforced collar. It's going to give us a little extra stability there. Our hitch pin hole is going to be 5/8 inch in diameter. It's going to take a standard 5/8 hitch pin. Hitch pin and clip does not come with this hitch, however, they can be found here at eachtrailer.com. We're going to have plate style safety chain loops. You can see we have a very large opening that can accommodate those larger size safety chain hooks on those heavier trailers. One thing that is a little bit different about this hitch over some of the other ones is how the plates are on here. You can see they're kind of at an angle. Some of the other ones, the plate may be at the bottom here, or they may hang straight down. I really like this design. It makes it look very sleek on the back of the vehicle. As far as our weight capacities go, we're going to have a 1,600 pound max tongue weight, which is a downward pressure on the inside of the receiver tube. So if maybe you're pulling a large trailer, again, construction worker, maybe you have skid loader or something like that on it. Maybe you have a camper that has a very heavy tongue weight. You just want to make sure you're not exceeding that downward pressure. As far as the trailer weight, it's going to be 16,000 pounds. That's going to be the trailer plus the load included. I do recommend checking the owner's manual of your Chevy to make sure the vehicle can withstand the amount of weight. You're going to go with the lowest number between the vehicle and the hitch. Now let me give you a few measurements to help you when deciding on any of those hitch mount accessories you may need, such as a bike rack, a ball mount, or cargo carrier. From the center of our hitch pin hole to the outermost part of our bumper, it's going to be about 1.5 inches. That number is important for any of your hitch mount accessories that may fold up against your vehicle. From the ground to the top innermost part of your receiver tube, it's going to be about 20 inches. That number is important for any of your hitch mount accessories that may require a little bit more ground clearance. Now you're going over some of the features. Let's show you how to get it installed. We're going to start by removing the spare tire. It's going to make it a little bit easier for our installation. Second thing we need to do is we need to remove this factory hitch that's on here. We're going to have a couple places, or a couple bolts that we need to remove from our frame rails. We're going to have this plate right here at the top, 2 nuts on the outside. We're going to use an 18mm socket to remove those two. And then we're going to use a 13/16 socket to remove this bolt and this bolt. And we're going to do that on each side of the vehicle. Once we pull this out, we're going to hold on to it along with the hardware because we're going to be reinstalling it as soon as we take this factory hitch off. I'm going to go ahead and leave this one on loosely, just to hold my hitch in place while I remove the hardware from the other side. And we're going to take a 1/2 inch socket. We're going to move the bolt here and the bolt here. And this will not be reinstalled. Then we're going to reinstall our plates and then torque the nuts to the specifications and the instructions. Next we need to assemble the side brackets onto our hitch. You're going to notice how I have it sitting here. This is the way it's going to go on the truck. We want our brackets are going to sit like this. You're going to make sure that your flanges are facing up and out. Now we're going to take 1/2 inch bolts. We're going to go through the plate from the outside, put on a lock washer, and then a nut. Put one of those in all 4 corners. With a 3/4 inch wrench and socket, we're going to tighten our hardware. Then we're going to to torque all of our hardware to the specifications and the instructions. With an extra set of hands, we'll lift our hitch into place. For our very back two holes, we're going to use the existing hardware that we removed. We're going to have a couple different size spacer blocks. We're going to take our large one, it's going to go on this very back hole, up on top of the frame. This mid-size one, which is going to be this one, on the second hole. Take our bolts, we're going to drop them down through, and we're going to take a small spacer block, block washer, and then a nut. You're going to take a 3/4 inch socket and wrench. You're going to torque your hardware to the specifications and the instructions. Keep in mind, the factory bolt back here is going to have different torque specs, so make sure you read the instructions and be specific on the torque specs for each bolt. Once you have all your hardware torqued down to the specification and instructions, reinstall your spare tire, you're ready to go. Again, I'm Shane with Hitch.com. Hope this video has helped you whether you're still deciding or during the installation process on the B&W Class V trailer hitch receiver on your 2018 Chevrolet Silverado 1500.